Hello friend, Brandon here from This Is Tech Today, and we're live at CES in a hotel room filming a video at 1:30 in the morning because that's how it goes. But thanks to trip sponsor Hollyland, who has supplied the microphone that I'm using for the videos on this trip. Now I had an early chance to get a hands-on look at Razer's newest announcements, their Razer Blade 16, their Razer Blade 18, and the Razer Edge mobile handheld system. Now before we get into the Razer Blade 16, which is the device that I'm most excited about, let's first talk about the Razer Blade 18. The general trend for laptops over the past few years is smaller and smaller. This year, Razer has decided to go even bigger with a beefy desktop alternative. With an 18-inch QHD+ 240Hz that they designed for both hardcore gamers and professional creators. To achieve this, they designed it to have a high color accuracy and a fast response time. It also has a 5-megapixel camera, which is a slightly higher resolution than in 1440p, but unfortunately I wasn't able to hear how it sounds because of limitations from brand partners. My initial impression of the screen is that it's very sharp, clean, and quite bright in a dim room. There's plenty of I/O, so any dongles will be reduced, especially for creators, which is always nice. And it goes on sale in Q1 2023 and starts at $2,899.99. What do you think of a much larger option for a laptop? Let me know in the comments. In terms of display technology, the Razer Blade 16 is the world's first 16-inch HDR-capable dual-mode mini-LED display, which has a peak brightness of 1000 nits and a response time of less than 3 milliseconds, which is quite amazing to see in person. While OLED can have more contrast, it does have some limitations on how bright it can get. I can't help but think about the TV that I have in my living room, and there's a whole bunch of windows there, and in the daylight it's really hard to see, even though it's really bright OLED. Mini-LED is an option that provides a lot of the benefits of OLED with its contrast and darker blacks, with the added benefit of a significantly brighter screen. That means you should be able to see the display a lot better in direct sunlight as you take it out and about. When I had a chance to check out, they had an attached display that only contains the 1000 backlight mini LEDs, and that was to better visualize how it's creating these dimming zones to achieve this increased contrast over traditional IPS displays. In person, this thing is bright, which is really awesome to see on a laptop and especially on a gaming laptop. What makes it even better is the ability to seamlessly switch between creator and gamer modes. Creator mode offers sharp UHD+ native resolution with a 120Hz refresh rate, while gamer mode provides an ultra-smooth 240Hz refresh rate and a native FHD+. But it's important to know that you will have to restart your computer in order to change between these modes. To go along with that, they've managed to pack in 35% more graphics power per cubic inch than any other currently available 16-inch gaming laptop on the market. Much like what you'd find on the Razer Blade 18, it does draw a lot of power, especially on the high end. And because of that, they do provide a 330-watt GAN charger to power all of this on the top model. If you look at the charger, it's still quite hefty, but I can only imagine how big it would be without GAN charging. The Razer Blade 16 will be available on Q1 2023, starting at $2,699.99. As for the build for both of them, they have the machined aluminum chassis that they're known for, and I found that the screen bezels were quite thin. The keys feel the same as their previous models, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, and they have the wedge glass trackpad that they've been using in previous models. I did ask them if they had heard any sort of feedback about haptic trackpads, because I definitely really prefer those, and they did acknowledge that they have heard that feedback, but they cannot comment on potential future roadmap decisions. Let's hope they add that, because I would really love that. Razer has teased the Razer Edge in the past, and this was my first time with a hands-on with it. The Razer Edge is a handheld gaming device with a 6.8-inch AMOLED display with a FHD+ resolution of 2400 by 1080 and a lightning-fast 144Hz refresh rate. The Razer Edge is the first device powered and developed exclusively for the latest Snapdragon G3X Gen 1 gaming platform, and that was made in collaboration with Qualcomm. It has active cooling to ensure that you can enjoy long gaming sessions with top AAA titles and native games on the go without any performance issues. It is powered by Android, so it makes it really easy to access plenty of games already, but it also takes advantage of a ton of game streaming services like Streamlink, Xbox Game Pass, and Nvidia GeForce Now. And I have to say, it looks pretty great. Now, they did say that some services are limited to 60Hz at the moment, but they're working with some of their brand partners to unlock that full 144Hz, and I imagine that's going to be really awesome for those who purchase this. The overall button feel and layout is similar to the Razer Kishi, but this is purpose-built for the Razer Edge and comes as a package with the display, which you can detach and reattach. They told me that it was designed this way to make it easier for travel because of the individual parts are easier to store, and the controllers themselves collapse a bit more. This is really nice given how massive the Steam Deck is and honestly how difficult it is to travel with. The Razer Edge will be available in the US on January 26th in two versions. The Razer Edge Wi-Fi edition, which will be available exclusively at Razer.com and Razer store locations across the US for $399.99, and the Razer Edge 5G, which will be available exclusively on Verizon.com and Verizon store locations. Verizon will have some special limited time deals available, which are shown on the screen for your convenience. And that's my coverage of Razer at CES 2023. If you want to check out more content that I posted on Razer and any other brands and things I find on CES, go ahead and follow me on TikTok and Instagram at This Is Tech Today. We'll be back with more content, but if there's some things that you want me to check out, go ahead and leave some comments down below. Thanks so much for watching This Is Tech Today. Until next time.